Sup, Mogira? How are you doing? How are y'all doing in this fine evening? Question, you can hear me, right? Alright. Great, that's good to know. So, you know the drill. We're just gonna be talking about Godzilla and stuff. Nice. Good to know you can hear me. So, just in case you guys don't know, or maybe if you do know, or maybe, I don't know. It depends if you watched Lefty Tales' live stream, but probably not. I'm planning on making that Godzilla vs. Destroya video trilogy. So that video is the first in a trilogy, and yes, it will get more violent. I am planning on it to be a very violent series. So yeah, we're probably going to get that as a trilogy, and we're going to be introducing Titans along the way. I already have a lot of plans for that. So yeah, get excited for that. I think the rebirth of Mothra Saga is a part of the... Honestly, I could see that happening, because maybe... For me, I think it's part of the Heisei Saga, since it's a Heisei trilogy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. But also, for the Godzilla vs. Destroya series, I'm planning on making a custom Mogira. Because why not? Because, you know, I want to make more... I don't really have a lot of robot characters. I haven't really been making a lot of robot characters. Yeah. Actually, speaking of... Ooh, what do you got here? The SH Monster at Mogira. Yeah, I've had this for a while. Yeah, this guy. I had this for a while. Mainly because just, you know, I was at a comic book store, so I just bought it. Honestly, one of the better SH Monster Arts. I feel like we should have more SH Monster Arts like this figure right here. And we also got this guy. He's the recent custom that I made. I don't know how to say the name, so if I butcher it, don't judge me. The Shinjukana Burning Godzilla. From that Godzilla short film on the 70-year anniversary. I decided to go to my local comic book store to buy a Godzilla figure. I was hoping for GMK or maybe Kiryu Goji. But they had the heat ray version of this guy. So I was like, you know, I've been wanting to buy one to turn him into this guy. So yeah, why not? Personally, I think I did a pretty good job with him. And this is a really good... this guy has really good dorsals to match this figure, so yeah. Not related to Godzilla, but I have the Hulk figure from that new Spider-Man movie. Because I felt like buying the Hulk. I don't know, they made the Hulk scary again, so I decided to buy him. We're just gonna... He's just gonna be there. The Godzilla figure also came with this, so yeah. Also, noticing this is a lot different from the previous Atomic Breath piece. Actually, let me get it. Okay, I couldn't find it. Hi. I have a comic book store in my area. I prefer Diamond Selects Hulk. Okay. I'll sub. Thank you. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I don't know if that... Is it Lisa? It's probably Lisa. I can't tell. Nice to have a... to know a sub, but... Yeah, the previous Godzilla Atomic Breath piece for Haya did not have this. It was more in the middle. It's like down. I think the Rebirth of Mothra movie is similar movie than all monsters attack. Are we just gonna keep on doing these Godzilla hot takes? I see what you're doing. But yeah. Anyways, let's shove this guy. Let's give it this guy. Also, another weird thing. If you haven't seen the video, this guy's mouth is pink when the figure it's based on, the previous figure, the regular version, he had a completely orange mouth, but this guy just has a regular pink mouth. I feel like those heads were supposed to be swapped, but I don't know what happened. But there we go. But you guys want to know something that I would kind of like to see in the Monsterverse? In my personal opinion, everyone keeps theorizing that Jet Jaguar might be in Godzilla X Kong Supernova, because just why not? In my personal opinion, I think Mogira should be in Godzilla X Kong Supernova. In my personal opinion. That's just how I think. Because, you know, it makes sense, because Godzilla X Kong Supernova is essentially just Godzilla versus Space Godzilla, but with Kong in it. It would make more sense if they brought Mogira in. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Jet Jaguar. I would love to see Jet Jaguar in a movie again. Because he's only been in one movie, and the closest recent appearance we've had of him was in, like, an anime. In Godzilla Singular Point, but I think you guys know how I felt about that show, so yeah. But it just makes more sense for Mogira to just be in that movie. In my personal opinion, if I want to see Mogira in that movie, I would like a design change just a little bit. Like, nothing too drastically different so you could tell, nothing so you don't tell if it's Mogira. I still want it to look like Mogira. I just hope they change some things about it, like maybe like this part of it. Maybe give him like longer drills. Just, you know, something that's a little similar, but also a little different. I mean, it's the Monsterverse, so they're probably going to make it different. But, you know, as long as it still looks like the character, it's fine. In my personal opinion, I think Mogira should be in the movie. How I think she should look, if you've seen JMC's Studios Godzilla videos with, like, his custom Mogira, that's how I want it to look. I want it to look like something similar to that. But if you really think about it, yeah, Mogira just makes more sense to be in that movie than, like, Jet Jaguar. Again, I wouldn't be too disappointed to see Jet Jaguar instead of Mogira. I love Jet Jaguar, but it just makes more sense. If you could have any Godzilla kaiju that has not been in the Monsterverse, which would it be? I mean, you guys know me, I'm a D1 Destroyer fan, so yeah, but nah, I'm gonna pick something different. And I need to think about this one. There's a lot of Godzilla monsters. If I had to pick... Okay. Who could I have? I'm leaning towards... Yeah, I'll pick Gigan. I like to see Gigan in the Monsterverse. I think Gigan could be pretty cool. I was going to pick Monster X. Don't get me wrong, I would love to see Monster X, but... Yeah, I think I would pick Gigan. That just makes sense. Also, another personal opinion. I think Destroyer should not be in a Godzilla X Kong movie. I think Destroyer should just be in another Godzilla movie. I said this in the last live stream about the Monsterverse, but I think Godzilla... I think Godzilla and Kong should be separate for a while. And in a way... I want Destroyer to just be a Godzilla villain. People are always, like, doing edits of Destroyer being like, oh, Destroyer, the Monsterverse is not ready for Destroyer, but his main weakness is just cooling temperatures and ice. Hello, Peter. What's up? We're talking about Godzilla and stuff, but yeah, Destroya's main weakness is like ice and high temperatures, and Shimo is literally an ice monster. So no, so yeah, I think Godzilla. So I think Destroya should just be in a Godzilla movie. He should be in Godzilla 3, which reminds me, we need a Godzilla 3. Because think about it, we got like, and I think the movie should also be called Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. Not like Godzilla versus Destroya, but I just think it makes sense. Because, you got like, Godzilla. And then you got Godzilla King of the Monsters, then you got Destroy All Monsters. And in that movie, I think it should be kind of like King of the Monsters, where all the monsters appear, except for Godzilla, except for Kong and Shimo and probably the other apes. They should stay and have their own adventures. I don't want Destroya to be a Godzilla and Kong villain, okay? I want him to just be a Godzilla villain. I want him to just fight Godzilla. That's all I want. That's all I ask of the Monsterverse. I want him to fight Godzilla. That's all I want. All I want him to do is just fight Godzilla, because that's what they should do. What's your favorite Godzilla, and have you watched all of the films? I haven't watched all the films, but my favorite Godzilla movie is Godzilla 2014. I've already said this. Now, I know it gets its problems. I know it has its problems, but no matter what, I don't care. I love 2014. Do you think we should have a War of the Gargantuans movie in the Monsterverse? Yeah, honestly, all for it. I don't care. I actually watched War of the Gargantuans. It was good. I mean, if Toho is willing to make a show about the human vapor, then yeah, why not? Have the Monsterverse make War of the Gargantuans. But if anything, I think they should do it in... Honestly, I heard a rumor saying that that in Monarch Legacy of the Monsters Season 3, the director of the show said he wants to put Ebra in it. I don't know if it's a true rumor or if that's, like, true. And honestly, I think that's just the best way to have these monsters appear. Because monsters like Ebra, Manda, and, like, Gabara and Gorosaurus aren't really going to appear in the main movies. So it just makes more sense for them to just be in a TV show, because it just makes more sense. Because monsters like Ebra aren't going to be in a movie. Unless it's for, like, a scene. But, yeah, I don't think we're going to... I think that's how they can do War of the Gargantuans. They can have, like, an episode dedicated to that. In fact, that's what... I think Monarch Legacy of the Monsters has the potential to probably do, like, episodes maybe without Godzilla and Kong. Like, think about it, because they... But now I'm thinking about that. That doesn't make sense. Okay. I think there should also probably be a Monsterverse show dedicated to just the other monsters in the Monsterverse. Is Godzilla better as an ancient creature or a radioactive dinosaur? To me, personally, I like him as an ancient creature. But you can't get wrong with the original radiation dinosaur, but I like him as an ancient creature. I mean, even Toho has depicted him as an ancient creature sometimes in movies. No, and sometimes in, like, the comics and stuff. What's your favorite and least favorite Godzilla movie? I just said my favorite was 2014, but I don't think I have a least favorite. I haven't really watched that many, but if I had to pick the least favorite, it would probably be the ones that haven't done well. But if I had to pick the least favorite, it would probably be Godzilla 1998. I made it a dedication to watch all of the Godzilla movies. I am not watching 1998 for obvious reasons. But yeah. Yeah. Another thing I probably would also like to say is, I would like to see a crossover with Marvel and the Monsterverse. Not like... I know they did a crossover with Godzilla, but I meant, like, Monsterverse. Like, you know how, like, they did Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong? What about Marvel versus Godzilla versus Kong? Or Avengers versus Godzilla versus Kong? Because the DC has been open to doing crossovers with Marvel. They did like they did Batman and Deadpool comic, and then and now they're doing like Superman and Spider-Man comic. So yeah, I would like to see that as a actual. What's the dumbest film or cartoon? Uh, Probably one of the low budget ripoffs or just rip-offs movies and just like low budget animated movies of all time. But if I had to pick one, I would have to think about the ones that I've saw or like seen or just movies. I had to think about like movies that I've seen people talk about. Honestly, I think it has to be Airbud. Now, don't get me wrong. Airbud is a good movie. I haven't watched Airbud, but from what I heard, it is a good movie. I'm not talking about Airbud as a movie. I'm talking about the many sequels it's got. Like, yeah, sure, third one, sure, a second one, you should do, yeah, sure, do that one. And then a third one, okay, I can see what you're trying to do, but then do, like, a fourth and a fifth one, and then just completely make an entire spinoff about the puppies. Okay, did you really need to do that? So yeah, I think the dumbest films has to be like the sequels of like Airbud and stuff, but if I had to pick, it probably has to like be all those low budget ripoffs that I've seen. There are some low budget movies that I've seen. Oh wait, the dumbest film that I think has to be probably is The Sneakover. You probably don't know what it is, but it's supposed to be a Stranger Things ripoff, but it isn't even a Stranger Things ripoff. It tried to copy Stranger Things poster, but it has nothing to do with, like, Stranger Things in general. So, yeah, I think that's the dumbest movie ever, and I'll probably talk about it. As for dumbest cartoon, I think it has to probably be, this is a hot take, The Simpsons. I don't really care that much about The Simpsons. Honestly, they've kind of overstayed their welcome a little bit. I'm sorry. When do you think pizza places will officially put into a Godzilla birthday party? I don't think they'll ever... I don't know. I mean, pizza places could probably do themes, yeah. The only pizza place that I'm excited for is the Freddy Fazbear pizza place that they're opening up in New Jersey next year. You guys can obviously tell that I'm doing that. What's your favorite Godzilla design? Nobody will understand you like I do. This will always be my favorite Godzilla design. And none of you can stop me. The jagged dorsal plates, the long tail. I like this design. In movie, this is just cool. Come on. This is the reason why I bought this figure, okay? But if I had to pick another favorite Godzilla design... God dang it. If I had to pick another favorite Godzilla design... This guy. No, let's actually go over... Yeah. That's for, like, MonsterVerse. I also like the Evolved Godzilla design, too. But if I had to pick another favorite Godzilla design, I would have to pick this guy right here. Heisei Godzilla. And I would also pick Final Wars. And just any of the Millennium Godzilla designs. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've also... To those of you that watched the last live stream... Hey, look, it's Zanzulu Sahalu. Oh, look at that. It's Godzilla with wings. Look at that. It's the MonsterVerse villain that people keep thinking it's Space Godzilla, but it makes just no more sense. Room tour. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do a room tour. I've already done this. We got TV stuff over there. This is just for, like... We got TV. We got, like, a bunch of random stuff. To those of you that didn't know this, I did a video where I reviewed this little Destroyer thing. It was like $15. I didn't really have much for it. I just kept it up here. We got a custom baby Godzilla because I made him. I hope you guys like him because this is what we're going to have to deal with until Haya makes an actual one because I am not buying the SH. Got a bunch of Funko Pops. We got Shimo right here. We got Destroyer. He's my favorite Funko Pop. We got a mini Destroyer. We got Doll from Murder Jones. We got Shadow the Hedgehog over there. We also got... Oh, Look at that. We got custom King Caesar. Get a good look at him. We're going to see him in the Godzilla vs. Destroy. Did you ever think about making a Godzilla costume? No, but I probably won't. We also got Godzilla Jr. We got 2 Godzilla popcorn buckets for the new Empire, because why not? Silver the Hedgehog is Green Lantern, because I like Silver. We also got half of the Fantastic Four Lego stuff. We got Hyper Zeton. We got Bloodbath King Ghidorah and Bloodbath Godzilla. We got Kiryu fighting Shin Godzilla. We got Freddy Fazbear. And we also got Godzilla Final Wars. We got Methalus over here. We also got other stuff. We also got Destroyer Agra. We got Freddy Fazbear Movie 2 bucket. We also got my old fedora that I used to wear. I liked wearing a fedora. Oh, we got possibly the rarest thing in my collection. This Godzilla figure from 1985. This is the rarest figure I have in my collection. I got this because my dad's friend gave it to me. And as for second rarest figure, it's this Gigan figure. I think it's a part of a series called the Fusion series. This is just a changing area. Folk value. I don't know what that is. We also got a bunch of, like, that's just where I put felt and stuff for custom stuff. This is my custom table. To those of you that watch my FNAF plush videos, we got Jeff's Pizza, because why not? And those of you, this is Bald, this is Verity from that Verity plush video that I made. There's just a bunch of paints and stuff. We got the puppet on the floor. Oh, we got Fantastic Four Ennard, because I'm doing a Marvel FNAF series. I don't care. We got this Destroyer painting. What about Godzilla Tokyo model? I don't know what that means, but yeah. We got Destroyer paint. This is made by my teacher, Mr. Spike. Hashtag to him. We also got this second bed. This is just for people who sleep in. We got plushies galore. Let's look at all the plushies I have, everyone. We got Spring Butt, we got Shadow Lucas, we got regular me, we got Ollie, we got Balloon Foxy, who I like to call Balloon Boy because I don't care about Balloon Boy enough to get a plushie. We got Glamrock Chica, we got Lucas.exe, he's the villain of the movie. My friend Cole from Five Nights at Cole's. We got Glitch Trap. We got Lefty here. He has a trench coat, because why not? We got Candy. Oh, we got the old plush that I used for my older plush videos. This is what I used to look like. This is a relic. That's the character. Oh, we got this Pomni figure that I didn't get to open yet. I probably will. No, I probably will. Oh, we got the Lego X-Men Fantastic Four. No, Lego X-Men, dang it. Might as well just probably set them up for... Might as well set them up. Why not? Because... Yeah, we got Storm. You can stay there. We got the Wolverine. Now I'll do this later. We got Shima. She's just kind of chilling up here. We got a bunch of Lego minifigures because I don't have any other spot to put them. This was a monster villain that I have never experienced to show anyone. This is Ragnarok. Why is he called Ragnarok? I just did. We got a bunch of old comics that my dad kind of gave me. I haven't really got a chance to read most of them, but yeah, we got the Punisher here. We got some of my comics. Like, we got some of the Godzilla Kaisei series I didn't get to read yet. Godzilla vs. Marvel. We got Godzilla, Justice League vs. DC vs. Kong. We also got Godzilla Awakenings, some other comics. And, oh, we got the first Godzilla figure I ever bought, the pre-Volve Godzilla figure, because why not? And this is just a random plushie I bought from someone on Macari, because I used to use Macari, but it sucked, so... newsflash, if you're planning on ever selling stuff, do not use Macari, because people just kept liking your stuff instead of actually buying it. Okay, we're back. Okay, time to read the comics again. What custom are you making next? I don't know. Was that a Lockdown figure? No, I do not have Lockdown. I think you were referring to Scourge, but... Yeah, no, I didn't have a Lockdown. Yeah. Did you ever play a the Godzilla board game? No. I don't really play that many board games. So yeah. So yeah, that was my room. Up here is completely mine. So yeah. You got that's the room. Not just in case some of you guys haven't seen him yet, we have my new rival custom, because if you guys didn't know this, I remaked. If you guys seen that video, I made a video where Godzilla fought the rival using the God of War Ragnarok sound, because why not? And I decided to redo him. Do you have a favorite comic book from your dad's books? I haven't really read any of them yet. The only one that I read was The Spawn. I haven't really got around to actually reading the Spawn books, but, you know, hey, why not? I'll probably read them eventually, it depends. And, oh, look, to those of you that also have seen that other live stream, we got Custom Godzilla Evolve Supercharged with the SH Monster Arts figure. I hate this guy so much. No, I do love it for the posability, but I also hate this figure because it's an SH Monster Arts. And you want to know what I hate about this figure? Look at that. Just look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Just look how beautiful that look how beautiful this is. Just look at that. You know, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Look, there's $180, by the way. $180. I hope you know this is where all your money is going for an SH Monster Arts. $180. And this is one of the only good ones. I like this figure. Do you know why? Because it's solid and it's good. I also like my Mechagodzilla figure from 2021. Because it doesn't do this. It doesn't do what this guy did. And now I'm going to have to fix him. Dang it. You know, sometimes I wish I bought the Haya from G-Fest instead of this guy. But, you know, hey, at least I got somewhat of a good figure. But, yeah, again, I do not recommend this guy. He did this as soon as... By the way, the tail came off as soon as I took him out of the box, so don't think that this is just for how long I've had him. It did this in the box. Trying to... So to those people that are planning on buying an SH Monster Arts, beware. This is the type of figure you're gonna get. Don't take this as me hating on SH Monster Arts. Don't get me wrong, I think they can make good figures if they actually put effort into some of them. It's just, you know, maybe do a better job at doing the joint tolerance. There's a reason why people want to buy Haya instead of SH. I do agree that the whole SH versus Haya debate is kind of stupid. But on one hand, yeah, one side isn't really entirely wrong, and it's the Haya side. And we have people who I'm not going to mention, but I will just for the sake of it. Some guy named MBYT, who's just the biggest Haya toy SH Monster Arts glazer ever. And gets overreaction when he just has a bad copy of a figure. Seriously, you get one bad copy and immediately it's Haya's fault. Bro had to make an entire video just saying, "Oh, I don't hate Haya toys. I just lost faith in them." It's not good. It's not a good video. It doesn't really show me anything. Doesn't show me that you actually care about Haya toys. It just showed me that you just hate something because you had a problem And then, oh, you had a problem putting in your Ghidorah tail for 4 days. Big whoop. I put my Ghidorah's tail on for like a day. It took only 1 day. And regardless, Hiya Toys fixed that problem by just having the tail come in the box, by just making the box bigger. And then it calls the Hiya Toys Light Up Godzilla a scam because they changed 2 things about it, being the articulation on the arms. They changed 2 things about it. The articulation on the arms, and that's it. One thing changed from that figure, and automatically, it's a scam. Even though it's a prototype, so yeah, it's gonna change. Sorry about that rant. It's just, seriously, that guy just makes so stupid opinions. He just makes some really stupid opinions. Alright, anything else? Like, you guys got questions? Sorry I had to go on that entire rant. What's your favorite YouTube channel? I have a lot of favorites. There's like I like Preston Plays. I like Unspeakable. I like Goji Guy. When it comes to Godzilla content, I like his the most. But yeah. I also like this one channel called Ryan George. And his second channel, Pitch Meeting. Basically what Pitch Meeting is, it's like, hey, what if this is how the movie's pitch meeting went? And Ryan George just does a bunch of, like, skits and stuff that are just kind of funny. I really like those. Do you think Godzilla in Hell is overglazed? I don't think so. I don't think there's really... I mean, there's really nothing much to glaze. He just... Okay, he did what he did in the comic, okay? If anything, I feel like some people calling him a fraud is kind of a little over-exaggeration. I mean, I've seen what happened in the comics. So, yeah, I don't think he's overglazed. But I do admit it gets a little out of hand a little bit. Saying that, oh, he's just gonna beat these guys automatically. Oh, he beats Pennywise, but... I mean, he still did the things he did, but yeah. But, again... That's just my opinion. I think it does get a little out of hand. But that's just what happens when a fan base just gets interest in one thing. Speaking of which, I am planning on doing a Godzilla in Hell adaptation. I wanted to do a series, but I'm probably just going to adapt the comic. I'll probably wait till I get Kiryu Goji. Oh, I'm actually just probably going to keep using my Godzilla. The Millennium Godzilla. I'll probably wait till, like, until, like, the official Destroya figure from Hiya is available to buy. Or I might just use my custom one, but that's more of a Monster First figure. I don't know. But that's just what I'm gonna do. Also, I'd like to formally apologize to all the people that were probably waiting for a FNAF plush video on the FNAF anniversary. I just got bored. I didn't really have any time to do anything. Sentry versus Heisei. Sentry, probably. I heard Sentry's really powerful. If anything, Heisei Godzilla is kind of overglazed. I think Sentry probably beats Godzilla, Heisei. I mean, it depends. I mean, but yeah, I think maybe Sentry. Unless Marvel somehow makes a comic saying that, oh no, Godzilla beats him. I don't know. Marvel is the same people that said that Hulk beats that said Godzilla beats the Hulk, so yeah. By the way, what you guys think of that death battle of Godzilla fighting the Hulk? I think it's stupid. I think Death Battle didn't really do that much research when it came to Godzilla. They just... I don't know what they were thinking when they said, oh, Godzilla Ultima is every Godzilla. Okay, I don't know what that does for the context, but okay. But yeah, bro, they literally just said, oh, Godzilla Ultima is every Godzilla. That doesn't make sense. What about versions like what about versions like Chibi Godzilla or Godzilla Godzilla or like Godzilla in the MonsterVerse? Because they're like they're one of the good Godzillas. Because Godzilla Ultima's whole thing... Fun fact, the Godzilla Ultima in the show isn't really Godzilla Ultima. That's just an avatar of him. So, yeah, those guys did not really do that much research with Godzilla. I also thought the death battle with Gru versus Megamind is dumb. Because I think Megamind probably should have won. Megamind probably just had more. Also, most likely, the minion and minion from Megamind should have been there in the fight. Because it just makes more sense for him to be there. Realistically speaking, Megamind just has more of the tech. So there are some death battles that are like hit, but then some of them are like miss. That's the thing with Dead Battle. Heisei Godzilla versus MonsterVerse. MonsterVerse Godzilla. MonsterVerse Godzilla. Guys, this MonsterVerse Godzilla is the same Godzilla that took a nuke... That took a asteroid to the head and survived it. This debate is so dumb. If anything, Heisei Godzilla has a bunch of glazers. But that's just what happens when like something is that like people just can't help it. But yeah, I think it's I think it's Godzilla, Monster vs. Godzilla. He's winning. I suggest not asking me about verses, because I'm not exactly Goji guy, so I can't really give you a 100% answer. Who would be Godzilla's girlfriend? Actually, there were times where Godzilla's had an actual love interest. There was a movie planned. It's called it was called Bride of Godzilla. It was gonna be the third movie. It was originally gonna be the third Godzilla movie, but they canceled it. Thank God. That movie was gonna have Godzilla fall in love with a robot girl named... I don't remember the name, but it's a robot girl. And it was going to be discovered that in the world of Godzilla, there was a universe called Hollow Earth, and that's where all the Titans come from. With Anguirus's... With a bunch of Anguirus's, giant dogs... I don't remember the other giant animals, but, like, probably also... There was also going to be giant fleas. And the movie would have ended with Godzilla falling in love with the robot, and he would show his cave, and then the robot explodes, destroying all of Hollow Earth. And then there's Godzilla from Godzilla Land. That's another one of his love interests. I can't tell if they got together, but probably, maybe, yes. I don't know. So yeah, Godzilla does technically have girlfriends, but no. And no, Mothra is not a Godzilla love interest, okay? She just helps Godzilla. She's just an ally to Godzilla. She's not a love interest, okay? I find it annoying how there's actual people that ship this moth with Godzilla. Like, it's like trying to... It's like shipping a spider with a fly. It just doesn't make sense. Ew. Yeah, I know. What about his parents? He does it's kind of in like I think it was a video game. I think it was like in a little video game, but it was just like a quick second. And there's Pajira and Majira. That's Godzilla's parents. Those are like his official parents, like in a different universe, but yeah. Not really in movies, though, because Godzilla doesn't really have anything. I mean, I could jokingly say that Godzilla in 1954 is his grandpa. But yeah. And if you're wondering, yes, Godzilla does have children. There's Manila, and there's Godzilla Jr. Then there's, like... And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's also Little Godzilla and Baby Godzilla, but they're just Godzilla Jr. younger. As for, like, relatives, like, siblings... Godzuki's his cousin, actually. As for, like, siblings, there's technically Destroya, because he has Godzilla DNA. Actually, technically speaking, that's Godzilla Jr.'s brother. There's Biollante, that's technically Godzilla's sister. Then there's Space Godzilla, that's technically his brother. So yeah, if you really think about it, the entire Heisei era is like a big family feud, you know what I'm saying? They should get together for his birthday. I don't know. Half of them try to kill him. Godzilla, Destroya, Biollante, and Godzilla, Space Godzilla try to kill him, so no. That's not how it's gonna happen. Also, they don't realistically do birthdays as giant monsters. But anyways, yeah. I think that might cut it for the stream. Maybe we can do one tomorrow. I don't know. But most likely, maybe planning to go to Japan to do a Godzilla tour. You or me? You... Let that be an example to anyone that does that. Do that and you get a timeout. So, yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna cut the stream short. We're gonna cut the stream. Hope you guys have a nice day. See you guys in the next video. The Luke Sambani movie is probably gonna come out by the end of the month, because I'll probably take the entire day tomorrow to film the scenes for the movie. Godzilla What Ifs, they'll probably be like an in-between thing, because I need to do like drawings and then also do writing for the story. I don't know what the story's gonna be like, but I need to do recording for the story. And as for like animations, we're gonna get a new Godzilla X Kong Supernova animation for cause why not? And we're also I'm gonna finally do that Godzilla -0 animation. Yeah. Also, commentary videos are gonna be a thing on this channel. Next commentary will probably be about me talking about FNAF ships, specifically Foxy X Mangle, because I feel like torturing myself. So if you guys would like to see that, I don't know. Yeah, see you all next time. Have a nice day. We're probably gonna, maybe, if I feel like it, we'll do a stream tomorrow. See you all next time.